Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here today, welcome. My name is Ashley. I hope you enjoy today's content. If you do enjoy, please like and subscribe for all my future uploads. And without further ado, we're gonna get started. So today I am going to just put on a full face of makeup. I'm gonna go for a really light, kind of more neutral eye look. I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to be wearing it for very long, so I'm not going to go full glam today, but we will do a full glam video at one point. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off with my base. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Matte Oil Control Primer for the base. Now this one isn't my favorite primer that they've come out with. I have other primers from them that I thoroughly enjoy, but since I'm not wearing this today, I'm not wearing this that long today, we're just gonna go ahead and use this one. So yeah, make sure to get that rubbed in all over your face. As you can clearly see, I've got some acne really bad that's breaking out, so we're gonna try to spot conceal a little bit of those. And I'm using the e.l.f. yes, again, 16-hour camo concealer. e.l.f. is probably one of my favorite drugstore brands because they have really great products at a super affordable price, which is nice because then you can try out different things, do some experimenting, and it doesn't cost very much, which is fantastic. So I think that'll be okay for what we're doing today. And then I'm going to do a little bit under the eyes as well. Yes, I do always do my concealer first. So a lot of the times people do it after their foundation. Totally personal preference in my opinion. I just like doing it this way because it does tend to cover up the acne a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and just pounce this in. By the way, guys, if I look down below, it's because I have a mirror right underneath my camera so I can see what I'm doing. But yeah, the shade is definitely a little lighter than my skin tone. It's always hard for me this time of year because I tan so easy. Like, I walk outside and I get a tan. So my foundation colors range because one day I'll be super light and the next day I'll be super dark from just sitting outside for a few minutes. And I'll always wear SPF because it's good for your face. Don't want those wrinkles. Next, we're going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible up to 24-hour fresh wear foundation. I'm using mine in the shade 430. I also mix in a little bit of 440 just to try to get closer to my foundation range. So I'm going to put a little bit of these both on the back of my hand here. Mix them together, and I'm going to start pouncing this into my skin. See, this is still too light, but that's okay. I will also say, guys, make sure when you're applying your foundation, you are dabbing, not dragging, okay? Dab, dab, dab. Do not drag. All right. I need a little bit more to cover my face. Also, the sponge that I'm using is by e.l.f. It's the Total Face Sponge, but I believe it's like the Marshmallow or something edition. It feels really great, but it's just like the Total Face Sponge, which the Total Face Sponge is my absolute favorite of all of makeup sponges. So now that we got that kind of in a little bit better, it's like you really can't, I'm so red down below. I am gonna drag this down my neck just a little bit. Yeah, I got a little sunburn, so bear with me, people. All right. And I also just in general have a really hard time finding my correct shade in foundation. I don't know what it is. I need to try to look a little more. Next, we're going to go in with the Milk Makeup Loose Setting Powder. I'm just going to do a little under my eyes here. Around my nose, my forehead, all the spots that get super duper oily. Chin, upper lip, kind of in my T-zone area here. And then I'm just going to take a little bit that's left over in the cap on a brush and just set the rest of my face. Kind of wipe off that excess. Ta-da! Beautiful. Now I'm going to go in with my bronzer, my bronzing brush. Now for this, I'm using the, it's Makeup Revolution bronzer. This thing is well loved. And it's in the shade, it's a Mega Bronzer in 01 Cool. With this, I've noticed you have to be kind of careful with it because it will get really muddy if you don't try and like super blend it out. So I always put a little bit under my cheekbones, across my forehead really well, and do a little bit across the jawline, excuse me. Ta-da! Okay, we're gonna call that good. Then I'm going to go in with a little bit of blush. I am using, wow, it's a little really dirty. It is, let's see, what is this? I forget. It's in Why Not? I think it's, the shade is Why Not? Why Not? Revlon, there we go. Goodness gracious, I couldn't find it. And we're going to dab a little. I like to dab still on the apples of my cheeks and bring it out. The new thing now is to kind of start a little bit further back and go up to give a more lifted appearance, but I still like the little bit of color on the cheeks, so I still do it. So yeah, a little bit of that. Perfect. Then I'm going to go in and do just a little bit of highlight and contour, nothing crazy, because like I said earlier, I'm not really wearing this for a very long time. So for contour, I'm using the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. And I use a very small brush for this, and we're going to go right underneath, kind of where I put that bronzer at, and just chisel out them cheekbones. So they get more of a, ooh. Then I'm going to go right under the lip in that little dent right there. Hello. That looks really, really strong. And sides of my nose. I bring it up pretty far into my, like right where my eyebrows start. Down the nose, just to give it a little bit of shade there. Okay. Alright, up next we're going to go in with a little bit of highlighter. For this one I'm using Golden Flower Crown by Wet n Wild. These highlighters are awesome and they're super cheap and affordable and I love them. So a little bit on the top of the cheeks on both sides. Down the nose. Chin. Cupid's bow. Can't forget the Cupid's bow. And then whatever's left over on the brush, I just like to do a light dusting on my forehead, just so when it moves you can kind of see. Okay. I'm going to go back through and just kind of blend out these cheeks a little bit. Nothing on the brush, just blending. Alright, so next up I'm going to do my eyebrows. I use the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. And for this, I'm probably going to be looking down at my mirror down below, just so you are aware. But I like to kind of outline them first. Outline the bottom part. Both sides. So that's where I start. And then I kind of fill in just the sparse areas. I'm not getting too crazy with this again, because we're going for more of a natural kind of look. So fill in the sparse areas there. And then I'm just going to run the comb through. The comb spoolie. Wow, I can't talk today, guys. So run the spoolie through. There we go. And then I'm going to set with the e.l.f. Brow Wow. Oh, by the way, that eyeliner shade was in deep brown. And this one is also in deep brown, the little e.l.f. Brow Wow. Just a little bit to kind of set them in place and make sure the color doesn't move. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the NYX Proof It. Wow, I can't talk today at all, sorry. NYX Proof It. This stuff is awesome. If you want your eyeshadow to last all day, use this. This is a waterproof eyeshadow primer. It's a base for your eyeshadow, and I absolutely love it. So I'm just gonna go in with a little dab of this on both eyes. So I usually just put some on with the applicator, and then I just go in with my finger and kind of rub it all around and make sure it gets in there. So yeah. Then next I'm going to go in with my eyeshadow palette. I'm going to use the Morphe, it's Morphe Artistry palette, the 35XO. Love this palette. Very cute little palette. And I'll tell you the shades that I'm using. I just want to show you the inside of the palette. Very pink, fun, girly. So, but again, we're going a little more natural today. But I'm going to start off with a kind of a fluffier rounded brush. And I'm going to go into the color Message Red, which is kind of this pink one right here. I'm going to dip into that a little bit, and I'm going to put this in my crease, just going back and forth. And I'm going to kind of fluff it up towards my eyebrow as well too, but back and forth, fluff up towards the eyebrow. Again, one more time with the same color, Message Red, on the other side. Right in the crease. And then fluff towards the eyebrow. Make sure it's really blended out pretty. Yes. All right. Then I'm going to take a flat eyeshadow brush, something like this, and I'm going to spritz it with a little bit of setting spray. For this, I'm just using the LA Girl setting spray. It's Fix and Set Makeup. So, just going to spray my brush a little bit. Now that it's a little wet, I'm going to go back into the palette, and I'm going to use the shade called Your Move, which is this pretty kind of champagne-y pink color. Stick that on the brush, and for this I'm just going to swipe this starting at the inner of my eyelid. We're just going to, such a pretty color. I love Morphe eyeshadows as well. They're not that expensive and they do a phenomenal job. So love Morphe, especially if you're on a budget. It's a good way to start out with makeup for sure. So yeah, inner corner, we're just kind of fluffing that out, and then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a darker color. I'm going to use Major Seduction right here, and we're gonna put that more towards the outer part of my eyelid. Again, I'm spraying my brush just so it has a little bit more of an impact on the eyeshadow, and going into that Major Seduction color, and we're gonna put this, like I said, towards the end of the eyelid on both sides. And then I'm going to take that first color we talked about, which is Your Move. I'm just going to kind of blend those together. Pretty. Alright, next I kind of want to deepen up the crease just a little bit. So I'm going to go in, this is a very rounded, very small, compact brush. We're going to use this. And I'm going to use a darker color here. I'm not sure what I want to use. I think I might use this color. It's called Dating History. It's this one right here. It's very pretty, and I don't think I've ever used this one, so we're gonna test it out and see what it looks like. So for this, I'm gonna focus this directly on my crease just to deepen it up a little bit. So back and forth on the crease. Yes. Same on the other side. And guys, while you are doing makeup and doing eyeshadow, it may look a little crazy and funky at first, but trust the process, okay? So yeah, now that I've got that one in the crease, we've darkened that crease quite a bit. I'm also gonna take just a little bit of that same color and stick it right on the very end of my eyelid, okay? Get on the other side, right on the very end of the eyelid, and kind of mesh that together. Pretty. Okay, so now I also want to do a little bit of that same color on the lower lash line. So I'm going to take more of like an eyeliner type brush here. You can see, very pointy. Again, spray my brush with the same setting spray that I've been using. Go back into that dating history color, and this time I'm just going to line my bottom lashes with it. I get really, really close. Try to get really close to that lash line. Okay. Same on the other side. I always think I look funny when I do this because my mouth's wide open. Okay. So now that we've got that on, which you can kind of smoke this out a little bit. I tend to leave mine pretty harsh, but totally your call. I want to do a little pop on the inner corner and right underneath my brow bone. So I'm going to take this, it's a flat brush as well. And I'm going to dip into this color right here, which is called Across the Room. And I'm going to stick that on the inner corner. Both eyes, see how it just like brightens it and opens up your eyes a little bit more? So both sides there, and then we're gonna go just a little bit under the brow bone. On both sides again. Okay. Then I'm gonna go back with that original brush that we used. It was kind of like a fluffier brush that I put down the transition color. And I'm just going to very softly just blend that light color with our transition color. That way it looks nice and blended and there's no harsh lines. Okay. Then next thing I'm going to do is some lower lash mascara. I've been using the waterproof length and volume mascara by e.l.f. No, this video isn't sponsored, but I do love e.l.f. products like I've mentioned before. So we're going to go in on our lower lash line here. I like to really set it on the lash line and then kind of wiggle the brush and then go at the ends of it just so you can really see those lashes, see the difference. Okay, set it on, wiggle, pull out. All right, then next I'm gonna go in and do the top lashes now. And I'm using the Essence Lash Princess. This stuff is bomb. This stuff is only, I think it's like $5 at Ulta. It is the best mascara. I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna use this on my top lashes. Again, I'm probably gonna be looking at my mirror down below, so bear with me, okay guys? So again, I like to get really close to that lash line, wiggle, pull out, close to the lash line, wiggle, and pull out. Okay, and then I just go through and kind of fluff them. Now, this very inner corner part got a little clumpy, so I'm going to wipe off the brush and see if I can't get that clump off. There we go. So then I do just like a couple coats to kind of push the product through the ends of my lashes. Here's the other trick. I go on the opposite side of my lashes, so behind them, and coat them as well. I think it just gives you like a fuller, thicker lash. And helps make them a little bit more dramatic. So as you can see here, hopefully you can see this really well, but as you can see, no mascara, mascara. I'm just gonna do a little fluttering of the lashes. Again, mascara, no mascara. Now I have really nice lashes, thank goodness, beforehand, but this stuff really, really, really makes it a lot more noticeable, makes them really pretty and stand out. So again, same thing on the other eye. We're going to place, wiggle, and then kind of fluff up the ends a few times. We're gonna go behind. Uh-oh, I got some on my eyelid. No, that's what I get for trying to do it in a hurry. I feel like you can't even tell it's on my eyelid when my eyeballs are open because I have really hooded eyes. Yeah, I just kind of play with them a little bit with that mascara so I can get them really full and fluffier looking. All right, and then to finish us off, we're gonna do a little bit of lip. I am going to use, this is one of my favorite things ever. It's a Maybelline Super Stay Ink Crayon, and this one is in Lead the Way. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my lips. I kind of start with like an outline first. Sometimes I do actually like full on line my lips and do a little overline, but today I'm just, you know, like I said, I'm not wearing this for very long, so I'm not gonna do all that. Yeah, we're gonna place that on. Love this color. It looks really natural, like my lips, but better. Love it. Mush that in a little bit. And then I usually do like a little gloss on my lips, just so they don't look like really matte and dry. And this is interesting. I've never actually used this, so we'll see what it looks like. But it's the LA Colors Holographic Iridescent Lip Gloss. And this is in the shade Heavenly. So we'll see what it looks like. It looks really pretty on the actual applicator, so let's see. Okay, wow, I actually really love the lip combo. I think it looks really great. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this very quick kind of full face of makeup that I did today. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel. Also, here in a minute, I will be doing a hair video. I'm going to show you guys how I get my nice wavy hair. My hair is actually really short, so stay tuned for that as well. And thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Bye, guys.